Hey, welcome back guys, and today I'm going to be reacting to one of my videos from the past few weeks. I recently climbed this route called Ritual de la Habitual, and it's a 23 or 7A in the heart of New Zealand on Ruapehu at a place called the Wall of Sound. And this place is incredible. It has this beautiful river that runs past it, stinks of sulfur, but it's absolutely amazing. Picturesque location and absolutely beautiful climbing as well. Some of the best rock climbing, I think, in the North Island of New Zealand. So if you ever come here and you get a chance to try it out, I recommend going there for sure. Now let's get on with the video. It's quite long, so that's why I'm doing a kind of react to it video, and I'm going to talk you through the sequences and how I was feeling at the time. Now this climb, I don't think it's seen many repeats. So this route was bolted in 2012 by Tom Hoyle, and according to 8A, when I was reading up on it, it's only had 2 ascents so far by Tom Hoyle and John Palmer. Also looked on the crag, some people had tried it, said it was really hard, which I definitely agree with for its grade. But yeah, so far I think maybe this is the 3rd ascent of this route. Although, you know, like not everybody logs their climbs. It could have loads of ascents, but not many people actually get up to this crag. It's kind of like a bit of an out there one that not many people go to. So without further ado, let's get into this video. Let's watch it. Thank you to Tom Hoyle for bolting this one. Amazing line. Yeah, great addition to the crag. Let's get on with the video, shall we? As always, love to start with a bit of B-roll. Oh yeah, using the Dragos here, which is a really nice choice actually. Very soft shoe, really nice for the friction. I found they worked the best out of the 3 pairs of shoes I bought out there. I had a couple of pairs of stiffer shoes, but they didn't allow me to smear as well on this type of rock. You see I've got the second one pre-clipped, which was maybe not necessary, but this little boulder sequence here is actually pretty hard. You're on quite small holds, and I did dry fire off these a couple of times, so didn't want to take any risks. I'm out in the middle of nowhere, but coming up to this one, this is obviously a very good hold. You can see I'm gonna rest on that, but the previous ones, them crimps, pretty terrible. Now this move's really hard up to this weird pinch thing. I don't know if I was doing this right. Not many feet, and then that move there, I had to hold a lot of tension. And then kicking the feet across. Once you're in this position, it's kind of easy from here. You're in a nice position, but there's really no feet to kind of go off. And that coming up with that right hand into that pinch was pretty difficult. Ilya tried that as well. He's quite a strong climber. He couldn't make that move. But maybe I was just doing something wrong here. The stuff I read about on the crag, somebody said that the first move was really hard. I found this first sequence to be maybe V4-ish. But I may be overestimating that. And probably actually the hardest moves on the climb are the start sequence. You see I've got a few troubles here, wondering where to put my feet and stuff. This was I think my 2nd or 3rd go on the route, so I wasn't that familiar. And then you come up, you got some really good jugs here. These jugs are absolutely amazing. The next few moves are quite easy and very juggy, though overhanging. I guess most of it's kind of on your arms as soon as you set off from here until you get to the ledge. Yeah, kind of good holds. That was a bit of a fingery hold, and then that's a monster jug. He couldn't fall off that bad boy. Really nice. And then from here you get kind of like another jug rest. You rest it out, and then you start heading right on a bit of a traverse. There are 3 lines that go off this line. There's one through the center I can't remember the name of, and the one that goes off left is called Route de la Slack. I'm gonna do that one next time. That's a 25 or 7B. My plan was to do that on this trip, but I got sidetracked on some other things, and we were quite tired as well. I think this is my 4th day climbing, so you got to dial it in a bit when you do a few days of hard climbing, and then yeah, your body's absolutely toast. Yeah, really good holds. Just I guess you're a bit steep and you gotta find them. They're not all good, but in where I'm actually holding is good, so there's a bit of a distance between some of them. Yeah, a bit of sunstrike there blinding me. Now between the two camera shots I didn't get this next kind of sequence, so it kind of skips to the next bit, but from here to the next bolt I think I'm talking to Ilya, my belayer now, and I'm telling him how run out it is. Now you can see I put this monster extendable on because I'm not used to really big runouts, and I don't think the fall was actually amazing, so I used my daisy chain for this to put it on, because you would actually be clipping that from the next hold, which is kind of like about a 20 mil crimp, and you're leaning backwards, and yeah, I didn't really fancy taking that fall, to be fair. Yeah, good holds at the moment. Now I'm looking up this next kind of sequence. There's like a cheeky little boulder sequence with a heel hook here I found to get over to the right hand side and into this like kind of crack on the right hand side. And some of the holds are not great. There's like some 20 mil crimps that you lay back on. You got quite a lot of weight on them as well. And then you go up to like a 10 mil crimp or something on the face. I don't know if this is a 23, but amazing climbing, like really good. So yeah, I put another drawer in here as well so I could feel nice and safe, because I'm a bit of a pussy. But yeah, once you're over this boulder problem, it's actually pretty good holds. I think that was the 10 or 12 mil crimp or something, and then that's a really good hold. There's a jug there and a jug there, so really just like one hold to get round the corner. I think this would be your clipping position for that one. So if you did fall off that move, you're taking a big fall. I want to say it's like 6 or 7 meters between them bolts, and yeah, you're gonna take quite a big fall. You're gonna end up next to your belayer, I think. Now this next sequence here was quite difficult as well. I felt like I had to get quite high feet, use quite a bad hold on the left hand side as well. It's kind of slopey, a bit spoogey, and then just kind of a blind foot. But the Dragos, this is where they really excel, is just smearing. I think I jammed my foot into like a foothold and it just smeared and felt really comfortable on this go. But this move here, you know, quite trusting on that left hand. Yeah, like a little bump, and I found like a little crimp on the side. You got to like frog it up here, but as soon as you just rock over, like it's really easy once you just rock over, and it's just about, I guess, feeling like you're run out and you're about to, you know, fall off out of this massive crack. And yeah, once you stem your way up the crack here, it's really good holds. I extended this one as well. Again, the distance between them two bolts as well was quite significant. I think take some alpine drawers. If you're going to go here, take alpine drawers, set the route up properly, and you know, work the moves as well. Yeah, getting around this corner was quite trusting as well. It's a monster ledge, but yeah, nice use of the alpine knee. And then once you're stood on this thing, you can just be a gerbil. You can just relax it out, get everything back that you want, because you do have another boulder that's coming up as well. It's, you know, once you get onto the next section, it's kind of like weird and slopey too. You have to go towards this like Waco big butthole thing. Really good on the inside, like good friction. Really weird volcanic rock. It looks like I'm having a good time. Yeah, to fast forward this bit, I waited here for a little while. I was a little bit tired at this point. That's a lot of climbing, you know. Like 4 days in. So. Yeah, you can see you've still got this kind of last little section to go. Kind of weird. I didn't know how to read this. Now, going direct towards the Waco hole was my original plan, and there was no holds. So it was like, do I jump for it, or I didn't know what I was supposed to do, and I was like, I'll just kind of span out right, and you find this really good flake. Once you get out right to this guy, It's really good to lay back on, so just holding a bit of tension as you move across, and then just lay backing this flake to get to the next holds. It was pretty good. I would have preferred a more direct method because, as you can see, that the quick draw is on the left of the Waco, but I just couldn't see, or not being on grade anyway, not being on grade for 23, I could not see a way up there. Maybe for something harder, or maybe there was a sequence I just missed, or some holds I missed up there, but I don't think there was. This was definitely the best idea for me, was to go this way, and as you can see, you can really relax it out as well. It's just go nice and slow, and you know, the feet are kind of slopey, probably a bit more slopey than it makes it out in the video, but yeah, the holds are quite good when you find them. I did find there was a couple of wet ones around here, like that one was a bit wet, didn't like that one, and the one above that that's chalked up as well, kind of wet too. Really felt like I was meandering here as well, like I was kind of like maybe going off route, but this whole place is kind of wandery as well. There's very wandery climbs, and it's like you aim for the hole, and it was very easy to get to the hole from there. It was just about, you know, matching and then making that quick draw. So maybe it is right to stay on the right hand side of this, or maybe I should have climbed the left hand side. But in the guidebook it actually says go for the Waco hole, so it's kind of what I did. There you go, just chalking up that hold again. Was a little bit wet. Now then, that little section there is quite easy once you know where you're going, and once you've got your hands chalked up. But this next section did give me a little bit of grief. Is yeah, going up this right hand side on these slopers. The left hand was good, and then the right hand is okay, but kind of slopey, and you just kind of work your way up to this ledge. These are all a little bit slopey, and you're just using friction. And once you get your feet in the hole, it's good. These holds here, very pinchy and bulky, and just kind of odd moves. Once you get your feet up, it wasn't too bad. And I had a bit of a faff around here before I actually get my feet up. There's like some good holds over the lip. I think I got myself in a weird body position. But it's quite secure where I am. Like, I don't feel like I'm gonna fall at any point. I just feel like I need to work out how to get to my next hold, which is on the right hand side just before the anchors. There you go, give it a good press. Once you press into that position, some good friction, some great holds up here as well, and it's pretty much over here. Just what a climb, just an enjoyable outing. It's hard, but yeah, it was really fun. Like, amazing climbing, just incredible rock quality, and yeah, I had a great time on this route. I think I thought it was pretty hard there, so yeah, enjoyable climb. I'd say if you're going to jump on this one, maybe expect 24-ish. If you stack the boulders up together, you know, yeah, 23 could be okay. Maybe just a little bit hard for 23. You know, just a bunch of V3 boulders really. Except for that first one down the bottom. The first one down the bottom did seem quite hard. The rest were just getting over your feet. But yeah, so that was Ritual de la Habitual, and thanks for watching. I hope you enjoyed the narration of this one. I really enjoyed this route, and yeah, thanks again to Tom Hoyle for putting this one up. Absolutely stonking route, and I would recommend to anybody who's going down to the mountain. If you're going to the Wall of Sound and you want something kind of difficult, very cool, quite wandery and very bouldery, then jump on this one and you'll have a great time. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.